I'm going to be ranking the best Invincible cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here ranking from S that only goes down to C tier because we're only talking about Invincible cards. So I don't think any Invincible would be below a C tier, and there's not too many Invincible cards in the game, so I'll just be ranking them from S, and then C tier is going to be the worst tier, but they're still pretty decent cards in that C tier category. So starting us off here with Anthony Davis, I think you probably go AD in the B tier category. I don't think he's going to be in C tier. He could though, honestly. If I want to balance out the tier list, he might be the second worst Invincible in the game. He's still a pretty good power forward though. He's 6'10" at the power forward position, 7'2" wingspan, and all of these guys on this tier list gonna have 99 every single stat, every single Hall of Fame badge pretty much. So it really just comes down to their jump shot, their dribble sigs, their player model, their animations, and also their defensive tendencies. So Anthony Davis, we know, doesn't have the greatest release, and he's only 6'10" at the power forward position. So if I want to balance out this tier list, I may consider putting Anthony Davis in that C tier category just because there's not too many Invincibles in the game. I think he's probably going to be in B tier for now, but I could definitely see Anthony Davis going down to that C tier category. LaMelo, I'm going to go A tier. I think S is going to be like the top 4 to 5 Invincibles, and I'm not sure if I'd put LaMelo in the top 4 to 5. I think he's really good at the point guard position though. I really do like LaMelo. 6'7" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan. And also guys, let me know in the comment section down below, do you guys have any of these Invincibles? And if you guys do, let me know which Invincibles you guys have currently on your squad. But like I said, LaMelo I think is going to be an A tier, 6'7" point guard. We know he's going to have maxed out stats and badges, and he's also got such a good jump shot with the LaMelo Ball base, LaMelo Ball upper on very quick timing. It's still a super fast jump shot, and I personally think is really easy to green with. He's also got the LaMelo Ball size up, the Curry escape, which is great, and also the Dame behind the back. I think his movement could be a little bit better. He doesn't move as fast as I feel like he should, but LaMelo Ball, I still think you got to put in the A tier category. Larry Bird, I think is probably A tier for now, but Larry's so good at small forward, man. Like, I absolutely love this Larry Bird card. I think he's very underrated at the small forward spot. Like, I think he's the third best small forward in the game. He's 6'9" at the 3, 7-foot wingspan, 99 every single stat, every single Hall of Fame badge damn near. He's got perfect, I mean legit perfect defensive tendencies, all at 100. And then you take a look at his animations, they really did him well with his jump shot. He's got the Eric Pascal base, which is on other cards like Nat Clifton, Jokic, Bill Russell, and then he does have the Kevin Love upper, and I think it's a pretty good release on very quick timing. He's got the Trey fade, and then he's got some of the best dribble sigs in the game with the Steve Francis size up, the Curry escape, Dame behind the back, and also the 2 best dunk packages with the quick drops off 1 and the front clutches. So I do think Bird is borderline S tier. For me though, I would put LeBron in S because I think he can play small forward almost as good as Larry Bird. I think Bird is slightly better at the 3, but I do think LeBron's better just because he can play shooting guard as well. But he's got the size to play the small forward position. Like, he's got the same height, same wingspan as Larry Bird, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. But LeBron's got a way better player model, gets way better defensive animations. But then the nice thing about LeBron is you can slide him over to the shooting guard position. And as you guys know, I'm really high on LeBron. I know there's people out there, for example, me and JC did that tier list yesterday. I wanted to put LeBron in S tier. He put him in A tier. So for me, I think LeBron's a really good Invincible card, one of the best in the game, but I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like that card too much, think he's, good, but nothing like incredible. For me, I think he's S tier just because of his size, his slashing ability, and his defense. Now, Carmelo Anthony, is he S tier? I think he probably is. I think you go Carmelo in S just because he's damn near a perfect shooting guard and can also play small forward just as well as a card like Larry Bird. And I think Carmelo and LeBron really comes down to, are you looking for offense? You go for Carmelo because he's got a better jump shot than Bron on very quick timing, and he's also got way better dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, the Trey escape, and the Dame behind the back. So if you're looking for an offensive Invincible card, Carmelo is going to be one of the best in the game as an Invincible, so I do think you put him in the S tier category, at least for now. Now, Curry, I do think has to be in C tier, even though I think he's a solid card in the game. I don't think Curry's as bad as a lot of people expect him to be. Yes, he's only 6'3" at point guard, so he's still going to be undersized, but I really do like using Steph Curry's Curry cards in my team. I do think he's the worst Invincible just because every other, card is at least, 6'6", so they got the height advantage over a card like Curry. I think he's going to have to be in that C tier category. Invincible Giannis, I'll probably give him B tier, but I do think he's better than Anthony Davis. You know what? Just to balance out the tier list a little bit more, I'm gonna go Anthony Davis in the C tier category. I think he's a good power forward. I just don't like his jump shot and he's only 6'10" at that power forward position. And I like Giannis more than Anthony Davis, just because Giannis is going to be actually taller than AD, but he can play small forward, and he doesn't have that much worse of a jump shot compared to Anthony Davis. And I think he's going to be a more versatile defender than Anthony Davis. So for me personally, I'm going to put him in that C tier category alongside Curry, just to balance out the tier list a little bit more. Now, Kobe's a tricky one. Do you go Kobe in A tier or do you go Kobe in B? I think once again, if I want to balance out the tier list, I think I go Kobe in B for now, because if you look at the rest of these Invincible cards, there's a lot down here that I think I would take over Kobe, especially at point guard. I would take Magic, and I would also take MJ over Kobe. Not saying that there's a huge difference, and if you'd rather Kobe over MJ or Kobe over Magic, that's perfectly fair to say. I just think Magic Johnson and MJ are super close, but I think they're better than Kobe just by a slight little bit. But once again, I'm gonna say this at the end of the video, again, but this Invincible tier list, there's not a huge difference because they're all Invincible cards. Even A tier to C or S tier to B, there's not a huge gap in these cards because they're all Invincibles. So if I'm putting Magic and MJ in A tier and Kobe in B, I'm not saying they're way better point guards at a whole level above. I'm just saying to balance out the tier list, they got to be a little bit above him just because I do think they're slightly better point guards. But Magic Johnson, 6'9" at the 1, he's got great size, really good dribble sigs. The main flaw though with Magic is his jump shot, but I think he does everything else super well. And then I think MJ is just Kobe Bryant with a better jump shot and better dribble sigs, but are very similar point guards between MJ and Kobe. Scottie Pippen, I think you also got to put in the A tier category. He can play small forward and shooting guard, right? So he can play really nicely at that shooting guard position. I think he's just a slightly worse LeBron. I know a lot of people do like him over LeBron though, but for me personally, I'm gonna go in the A tier category. Kareem, I think, is probably also A tier. I don't know if Kareem's gonna be an S, quite, just because he doesn't have the greatest jump shot in the world. He's still going to give you elite level size though. He's 7'2" at the power forward position. He's got a 7'5" wingspan. I mean, he's so good on defense. He's got pretty good dribble sigs for a card his size. I think his jump shot's not as bad as some people say it is, but it's still not a great jump shot that I don't know if you can put him in the S tier category. I think LeBron and Carmelo so far are slightly better. Shaq and T-Mac, they just have to go in S tier, right? I feel like they have to go in the S tier category. I mean, I would say those are the two best Invincible cards currently in my team. I mean, you take a look at Shaq, 7'1" power forward, 7'7" wingspan. They gave him a whole new jump shot. So now Shaq can shoot threes at a super high level. He's got the Montrezl Harrell base with the John Wall upper on very quick timing, a great release. He's got perfect defensive tendencies pretty much. He's got the Garland size up, Kobe escape, Dame behind the back. We know he's going to be one of the best mashers, a super good bully down low. And then he's also got a great player model, one of the best in the game, so he's able to contain those taller centers and power forwards. And then talking about Tracy McGrady, I think he's the best or the second best Invincible currently in the game. 6'8" at that shooting guard spot, 7'2" wingspan, and debatably has the best jump shot with the KPJ base, the Oscar upper, and then also really good dribble sigs. And I think T-Mac is the best shooting guard and probably the second best Invincible card right behind Shaq. Now for Dominique Wilkins, what I would do to balance out the tier list is I'm gonna go Dominique in C, just because I do think Zion is a better card than Dominique Wilkins. I just don't like his jump shot. For me personally, there's probably some people out there that do like his jump shot a lot more. For me personally, I would take, Kobe over him at the point guard position. So I think this is how I want to have my tier list. If I want to perfectly balance it out, I would probably drop Magic and maybe go Bird in S if I wanted to balance it out. So do I go Bird in S tier? I think Bird's the best Invincible card in A. I don't know. I guess Bird's like really close to S tier. Magic is hovering between like B and A. I will give Magic A tier though, just because of his size. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this tier list. Let me know what you guys would change. I'm not saying Dominique, AD, or Curry are bad cards. I'm just saying I think they're the three worst Invincibles on this tier list. And then I think the next tier is like the Zion, the Giannis, the Kobe. And then the next tier up, I got Bird, LaMelo, MJ, Scottie, Magic, and Kareem. But like I said earlier in the video, guys, it's so close on an Invincible tier list that there's not a huge gap between an MJ and a Kobe. There's not a huge gap between a Kobe and a Dominique. There's not a huge gap between a Giannis and an AD. You kind of get the point. Like, I don't think there's too big of a difference when it comes to these Invincible cards, because they're all 99 every single stat and perfect Hall of Fame badges pretty much. But like I said, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and let me know what you guys would change about the tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.